Well, here it is. We're finally getting around to this. Sorry it took me a week, but here's my response to your video, DeeDave, titled, What Will Metal Jesus Rocks Do? And you talk about a lot of things here in this 14-minute upload, but mostly what you're discussing is, what will Jason do in regards to John Hancock? Of course, if you're just new to this, John Hancock is getting a lot of blowback because John Hancock tried to take down channels. DeeDave, Smash JT, tried to basically silence any criticism whatsoever of him on the internet for a little while there. Now he has come under a lot of fire from YouTubers, from people that watch YouTube, and rightly so. Even Review Tech USA chimed in on the situation. I've seen people like the Quartering chime in, not in video form, but I've seen lots of people give their 2 cents on this. And I think it's what do you call a watershed moment? Is that the terminology? It's a big moment to where we have to really take a stand against this kind of stuff. Not just with John Hancock, but we have to take a stand against this kind of stuff. And when you do this kind of stuff, you have to be made aware that there are ramifications. All right. Now I went over DeeDave, I went over to John Hancock's channel, and I see that he is no longer disabling the likes and dislikes. It seems like he's allowing some more comments. I think I saw one from Nothing to See Here. Okay, I did save that one, so we'll see if that one remains. That one, I think he said something like, this comment section is as polished as lemon pledge. And that one has 20 upvotes right now. Now, what's problematic here is if you see John Hancock on a Metal Jesus Rocks upload, if he just shows up, then you're going to have a situation where a lot of people are going to comment to Jason, well, you're having this scumbag on? Jason, don't you know what he did? Don't you know what he did? So that's why I think it's going to be a long time, if at all, that we see him on a Metal Jesus Rocks upload. And you point to an instance to where, what was it? I forget who you're talking about. You're talking about a YouTuber, was it Wood, I believe? That you knew Wood, and Metal Jesus Rocks didn't want to associate with Wood because he associated with you, I believe. So you point out how Metal Jesus Rocks really protects his brand. He really protects his brand. And again, that's a really interesting discussion you kind of bring up towards the end of it, how, you know Wood Hawker. Now, a lot of my subscribers understand exactly how I feel about Wood Hawker, the character he plays on YouTube, the accepting of gifts on his P.O. box, especially from children. There's a lot of things about Wood and his fake character that I just plain don't like. And maybe in real life, maybe he's a different person, huh? But the thing is, DeeDave, I tend to judge people on YouTube and their YouTube channels and their YouTube videos, okay, being kind of a critic as I am. So that's the big question. What will Metal Jesus Rocks do? I don't know if there's any, and he's probably listening here. Hey, Jason, you're probably listening. You're wondering, what do? You got a situation where you got somebody that's a prominent member of your crew. And, you got Review Tech USA, you got Smash JT, you got DeeDave, you got a lot of people out here that are shining a light on what he did. And you also got the museum scam, which what happens here is the shit goes downhill, okay? Things roll downhill really quick, all right? When you got something going on with the museum scam, and then they do something else, then that kind of enhances both scummy things. So there's a lot of things about John that you don't get with maybe a Scott Riggs and a Radical Reggie and other people in that crew, where he sees it might be not in his best interest to heavily promote and bring John on to his channel anymore. Have there been panels? Since this happened, have there been any panels? Have there been any public meetings? I don't know. I just really kind of am curious to see the conversation that they have with each other. And I think it's fascinating in respect of you kind of see how things are done on YouTube behind the scenes. All right. How close really are the MGR crew? Are they farther apart than we'd like to believe? Is it more of a business decision, the videos they make together? Are there revenue splits? Okay, they would want you all to believe that it's just a happy, humble crew of people. They're just all natural friends, and it's all organic. They're just friends. But the fact of the matter is, whenever money is involved, it makes things a little complicated. And make no mistake, someone like Jason is heavily, heavily about their money. Heavily focused on their money, all right? So, yeah, I don't know. He'll make a decision, I think, that's in the best interest of probably his pocketbook. Now, if a lot of time goes by and a lot of people ask Jason questions, and by the way, I'm curious to see if Jason might be deleting comments, and I'm not accusing this person of deleting comments. I'm curious to see if Jason is actually deleting comments from people coming by his videos asking, what are you going to do about the situation with John Hancock? How do you feel about the situation with John Hancock? He seems to be just like having a hands-off approach, and he might say something like, I'm just going to focus on talking about retro games and all that other stuff. I don't really have an opinion on that. Well, he obviously does have a fucking opinion on that, but what we need to do is try to push to pin Jason down on this. Pin people down in the crew on this. Radical Reggie, Riggs, Kelsey, everybody. We need these people on record to say exactly how they feel about what John Hancock did. Okay, like I said, it's a very important discussion we need to have on YouTube right now. Okay, on, basically fundamentally what could be something that could just destroy the fabric of YouTube and critical satire itself. This goes far beyond the Metal Jesus Rocks crew. Okay, right now, there's other communities right now that are having these same, maybe people in the sports community or the anime community. Okay, there's someone like a John Hancock that probably has different scams going on and probably also is doing this kind of shit, trying to do whatever they can to get rid of any criticism. So, yeah, this is a bigger discussion that we need to have outside and beyond of John Hancock. But right now, you ask a question, and I'll ask a question to a lot of you. What do you think ultimately Metal Jesus will actually do with the situation? Do you think probably he'll just let time go by? Take a hands-off approach? That's what I think. I think maybe 2, 3, 4 months down the road, he'll read the tea leaves and see everything, blow over. He'll check the YouTubes and he'll see if anyone's uploading any videos talking about the copyright strikes. I think he's just going to write it out. And when he eventually does have John back on his show, he will monitor his comment section like a freaking hawk. Okay, so it's just going to be fascinating to see how things pan out in the future. But yeah, like I said, leave it in the comment section down below what you all think will actually ultimately wind up happening with the business relationship on YouTube between John and Jason.